All right, so something has happened that changed Solana NFTs forever today and going forward, and it has to do with buying and selling NFTs. So first, why? Why did this occur and what's the issue? So here it is. Basically, what happened is a couple of weeks ago, I bought a Liberty Square NFT, right, for 10 SOL. Well, the project finally increased in price and it shot up to 19 SOL. So then I decided to list it. Well, then I waited for an hour. Nothing happened. So then I decided to watch The Bachelorette while waiting, and an NFT still hasn't sold. So then I realized the price dropped. So now I'm pissed. And then I lowered the pricing to 18.5 SOL, then 18 SOL, and then it finally sold after all these hours. So that's the issue, is that we have an illiquid market where you can't sell instantly. Now, imagine if you could sell this NFT within a snap of a finger. This is exactly what just happened today. La revolution just occurred with Hadeswap. So buckle up, grab yourself some popcorn, invite your wife and her boyfriend as well to the couch because I'm about to break it down for you. Okay, so what is Hadeswap? Well, for starters, it's a decentralized NFT trading platform, but overall, it is an automated market maker NFT marketplace. So what is an automated market maker? Well, first, it's a computer program called a smart contract that does the magic to buy and sell orders for you. Whoa, Phil. How the hell is this done? Well, I'm glad you asked because there's this thing called a liquidity pool. So let me show you real quick. A liquidity pool is basically a pool full of things like NFTs and SOL. Let's just use that example. So here's your pool. I made this up right now. Excuse me for my drawing. But with a liquidity pool, you have two things. You have, let's say here, you have the NFT. Let's make a cat here. And then you have SOL all in this, and another NFT, a cat, where you can essentially basically trade within that liquidity pool. So for example, you have the buyer and then you have the seller, right? So let's say without a liquidity pool, the buyer is trying to basically sell an NFT at a floor price but can't find a seller. That is basically what happened with my Liberty Square. I couldn't find someone to sell it for 20 SOL, right? And with this case, it's basically changed everything. It changed the whole game. What's happening right now is that with this marketplace, I can essentially sell that NFT and it will go to the liquidity pool and I'll get my 20 SOL. That is basically how easy it is because there's liquidity. There's something that you can actually sell for instantly. So with that said, you also have different methods of using this liquidity pool. So by you becoming a liquidity provider, you can use two methods. You can use the linear curve or you can use the exponential curve. So what do these mean? So first, let's start off with the spot price, because the spot price is basically the price that you're going to put this NFT at. So the spot price here is going to be, let's just do an example of this NFT, 10 SOL, right? So with a linear, what happens is that when you put your NFTs, you basically are selling it at the spot price of 10 SOL. And you can put a delta with a linear curve of 1 SOL. So here it'll be the delta of 1 SOL. So now you got spot 10 SOL, delta 1 SOL, right? So now with a linear curve, let's say your NFT sells for 10 SOL. Someone buys it, right? 10 SOL, someone buys it. Well, now the contract is basically going to do something interesting. It's going to raise the delta by 1 SOL. So now the next NFT in your pool is going to be 11 SOL. And then so on with 12 SOL. When it sells and sells, it sells. So it just keeps going up by 1 SOL because that's the delta you put it at. Now with an exponential curve, it's a little bit different because now you can actually put a percentage instead of a number. So here we're going to put 25%. 25% of the delta. So your first NFT, same thing, 10 SOL. And then your next NFT is going to be 12.5 SOL. And then the next one is going to be 15.65 SOL. Just 25%, 25%, right? Boom, increase. That's the contract. That's what the contract says. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. So you basically get to sell your NFTs easily as you are now Magic Eden and OpenSea. you have this contract that lets you do a delta in the spot. So on top of this, and I hope that actually cleared up on how this works if you want to become a liquidity provider, you actually get to own Hadeswap. How? Well, there's one way. It's by buying an ABC NFT. Because with an ABC NFT, you basically have ownership of Hadeswap. You get the protocol fees once it goes live. So that is one of the most interesting things with this platform. Now, many are saying it's not gonna do much. You're gonna get like 1 SOL if you get the same volume as Magic Eden, which one could say it will probably never happen. Magic Eden will probably be number 1. Hey, you never know. But overall, ABC is just an NFT that's decentralized, which means more things can be built on it. So there's more things that should be coming, and they did say there's more stuff coming in Hadeswap, but Hadeswap's not the only thing that could come out for ABC. There's a lot more, but that's a whole nother topic. Overall, the futures are that it's a 0% platform for right now until the 0.5% fees go to the ABC NFT holders. There is a 0% royalty fees per default, but you may wish to pay royalties if you want, if you enjoy the project and whatnot. You can also earn SOL from this, and liquidity basically changes everything because there is less volatility now, which at the same time, volatility is your best friend, but that's a whole nother subject. And actually, the most interesting thing is for me personally, is the upcoming liquidity pool trades. So if you don't know, right now we have an issue with mid-tier rare NFTs. And let me show you real quick. So theoretically, you have NFTs that you want to sell, right? So here's the graph. You have SOL right here, and you have your NFT rarities, right? And what is currently happening right now, and this is actually something that Utes is trying to solve. You have basically your regular NFTs, you have your uncommon, you have your epics, you have your mid rares, and you have your rares, the legendaries, the Charizards of them all right here. So when you mint a project, typically you want a rare. Why? Because when you're selling this for, let's say, 10 SOL, you have 50 SOL, you have 100 SOL, and then you have 1,000. When you're selling this, you are selling your regulars, your commons at the floor price. And let's just say the floor price is 10. You're selling it all at 10, right? Your rares, if you mint a rare, you're golden because usually you could sell this off for 1,000. Again, if it's a blue chip NFT, yada, yada, yada. But here is the concern. You typically, with floor price, everything else follows. Your epics and then your mid rares. So the mid rares are rare NFTs, but they can still be sold at floor price because the liquidity is right here. All the liquidity is in this portion at 10 SOL. And then the rest of the liquidity is here. But the problem is that this is how the floor price goes. It goes 10 SOL up to 1,000. There's really no middle in between. Yeah, you could say there's some people that do buy some NFTs here, but still, it's a huge concern because you cannot sell it. It's I don't want to say it's impossible, but it's so hard to sell a mid rare. You get something special, but that special NFT 10 SOL. So what's going on right now with Hadeswap, what they're doing is that they're making liquidity pools to where now you can sell traits at a certain price to where you could probably sell it for 100 SOL or 50 SOL or 20 SOL. But now there's a curve of the NFT. There's liquidity all around. There's liquidity right here. There's liquidity here. There's liquidity here. It solves the liquidity problem, or at least that's what they're trying to solve. And it makes sense. So that is one great thing that I found out about what they're doing here in Hadeswap. I hope that kind of makes sense to you on how this actually works. And on top of that, dude, Utes is trying to solve this problem, which we don't know how they are going to do that. Frank the God said they're going to try to solve mid rares by basically making everything 90% common and 10% rare. So that's another method of solving this. But this right here, heck, this actually seems like a legitimate cool thing that could actually work. But anyways, the other topic that I would want to bring out is the risks with this. So one of the biggest risks with liquidity pools are bugs. Hackers can find a open gate and swarm in to take all the money out of the bank. Risk 2 is the slippage. If there isn't enough liquidity, then there's high slippage, which in the end means that you can pay a larger fee between the performed transaction and the executed trade. The third risk is front-running transactions, which basically means that the first person who buys the asset before the second person can sell it back to the second person at a higher price for profit. Not good for the second person. Now, the ultimate one that everyone always talks about is impermanent loss. So we'll see how impermanent loss works here. But from what I understand, there hasn't been an audit made on this platform yet because we are in beta mode. This isn't the real actual full product. So caution on using this because of that. Once audit is done or once it goes live, then I will be more comfortable on using it. But overall, it's exciting. I'm glad they brought it out early to showcase on how it could look like. And they also want us to report bugs if something does come out here and there. I mean, overall, it's a revolutionary technology because it is changing the game on liquidity, marketplace competition, and ABC NFT ownership of the platform, which is another whole ball game. So basically, Magic Eden came out with their own statement, basically saying, is it time to disrupt our business model with the eyes? So that basically means that they're actually watching what's going on with Hadeswap, with hyperspace, and one could say that they are scared because they see the competition. So that is great for the user because we get better performance from both platforms and more enjoyable content from them. So overall, Magic Eden could come out with something. Magic tickets are selling right now, but let's just look at what Hadeswap is. So right here, you got the Hadeswap website. Now, is it a great website? I think it could be better as far as the front, but again, they did say that it's beta. Right now, it's beta. They're working on this. They just want to show us how it may look like. They're gonna probably improve on the UI. But here you can see 0% fees, and then you got the trade button. So you hit the trade button, and they already have a couple of collections. It looks like probably maybe like 30 to 50 of it, but they have ABC, OK Bears, Solana Monkeys, Degen Apes, and then you can already see that there's already liquidity pools in here. So like with ABC, you can see all this right here. You can see all these pools. You can see liquidity provision. You can see that there's one from token for NFT. And that's pretty much those two are the ones. So they already got the spot prices right here. And then they have the SOL balances and the delta, which is 1.5. So as what we discussed before, you have the linear. So you can see that they're already using the linear here, and you can already see that they're using the 7% exponential curve. It's pretty cool on how this is working out. I am sure people are going to play around with this, and some people are going to find the best way of making a pool. And you can already see ABCs here already being sold, maybe bought. Okay, Bears, same thing. So these are slowly coming out, and it does look great. It does look cool. Let's just see, if we do buy one. I don't have my wallet on this iPad. It's actually on my computer, but let's just see how it looks like. So I select it and I can swap it. Boom, that easy, done. So same thing with selling. It should be the same thing. Obviously I can't connect because I don't have a wallet, but it should be the same thing as well. It's all within a liquidity pool. So there you go. That is Hadeswap. It looks pretty cool. You can also, you have my pool section as well, where you can connect your wallet to see your pools. So that's the beta mode. I can't wait for it coming out. I am sure they're going to fix the look of it and improve on things. Overall, if you enjoyed this content and what we gave out here about Hadeswap, how liquidity pools work, let me know. Make sure you smash that like button for that algorithm. Hit the subscribe button and that bell as well. Much love and peace.